blows. Every punch he delivered completely shattered Jung-woo's bones, and blood splattered everywhere, but Jung-woo wouldn't fall. Crystal then tries to deliver the final blow, but Jung-woo catches his fist with his mouth, and this time, it wasn't Jung-woo's teeth that broke, it was Crystal's arm. Crystal grows desperate, because for the first time, he understands that he was no longer invincible. Jung-woo then drives his bone blade into his chest. Crystal tries to escape and creates a diamond spike that pierces through Jung-woo's body, but even so, Jung-woo won't let go of him, forcing Crystal to rip off his own arm to flee. Yet, despite everything, Jung-woo remains alive and sees that Crystal is trying to run away. Jung-woo ends up pulling out one of the spears that was driven into his own body and hurls it at him. The spear pierces Crystal's chest, and he falls in despair, screaming for Jung-woo to stop, but Jung-woo keeps walking toward him without saying a single word. He then uses Crystal's own diamond spikes against him, trapping Crystal there, unable to move, and with a weak voice, he asks, "Who are you?" Jung-woo grips the bone mask covering half of his face and rips it off slowly. When Crystal sees his face, he finally remembers. It was the boy they used to call a worm, the same boy they buried alive. Only now, that worm had returned as a monster. Jung-woo doesn't answer him. He just raises his fist and strikes Crystal one more time. Then he grabs him by the neck and finishes him off with his bone blade. When the fight ends, Jung-woo stands alone in the middle of the completely destroyed auditorium. His three enemies lay fallen, and for the first time in 5 years, he finally achieved his revenge. But when the anger fades, nothing is left, only emptiness. The rain begins to fall through the ruins, and Jung-woo falls to his knees, looking up at the sky, and begins to cry. Because after spending 5 years trapped in that hell, he no longer knew what to do with his own life. Sometime later, Jung-woo appears in a hospital, wrapped in a blanket, sitting in silence, and when he looks at the bed next to him, he cannot believe that his mother is still alive.